Hello students. So today's our topic is profit and loss. So the chapter profit and loss. This chapter is widely used in our day-to-day life also. Why? Because this is related to few concepts actually which we use every day, right? Like the selling price, also called as SP. Then we use cost price, which is also called as CP, right? So these two concepts we just use in our day-to-day life. What is a cost price? Cost price means any price on which we buy a product. Say, so cost price is equals to any price of a product, or you can say buying price. Price of the product means price of the product at which you buy a product, right? Or you can say it as a buying price plus any overhead expenses. What are these overhead expenses? Overhead expenses are the expenses which are borne by a buyer when they buy a product. Suppose, let it say you buy a product for rupees 1000, right? And you incurred another charges and extra charges of say rupees 50 for the repairs. So these charges of the repair should be included in your buying price, right? So your total cost price will be 1050. So your price should not be 1000. The total cost price should be 1050. It should not be 1000. Why? Because these repair charges also forms the part of cost price, right? Now, so what is the selling price? Selling price is the price at which you sell a product, right? So this is called as selling price, also called as SP, and the cost price is the buying price plus the overhead expenses, right? So now moving on to the further concepts of this chapter. So now, what is profit or loss? What is profit or loss? So profit is what? If selling price is greater than cost price. Suppose if you buy a product, let us say if you buy a product for rupees 100, right? 100. Suppose if you buy a product for rupees 100 and you sell a product for rupees 200. A normal example, if you buy a product for rupees 100 and if you sell a product of rupees 200, then you have a profit of rupees 100, right? So that profit is called as profit or gain of rupees 100. So how do you calculate it? Is 100 rupees by subtracting selling price and cost price, right? So if selling price is greater than cost price, then we should be having a profit, and this profit will be equals to selling price minus cost price, right? We will be doing some examples also on this, right? And profit or gain percent, you can say profit and gain percent is equals to profit upon CP, yani that's a cost price into 100, right? Or we should always take cost price as a base. So profit upon cost price into 100 will give you a profit percent, right? Now if we reverse this thing, now if I say, right here only I'm writing, if I say if cost price is greater than selling price, if cost price is greater than selling price, then there should be, suppose if you buy a product of for rupees 100 and you sell it at rupees 50 only. If you buy a product for rupees 100 and you are selling this product at rupees 50, there will be a loss of rupees 50. How have you calculated this? By subtracting the cost price and the selling price. So the loss will be equals to cost price minus selling price, right? And how will we take out the loss percent? Loss percent will be equals to loss, you can write it as full only, loss percent, loss divided by CP into 100. Why are we multiplying it by 100? Because I want to take out the value into percentage. That is why we are converting it, multiplying it in by 100, right? So you can note it down first. So moving on to the further now. There's also one formula which we use in this chapter. There's one formula that SP equals to CP, 100 plus profit percent upon 100, and SP equals to CP, 100 minus loss percent upon 100. These two are formed whenever this formula is used. Well, suppose there are three things: SP, and selling price, cost price, and profit percent. If any two things are given to you, say selling price and cost price, you can take out the third thing. Or suppose if profit percent and cost price is given, you can calculate selling price. Why we are putting plus and minus over here? For profit percent, there is an increase in the value, so we are using the sign of plus, and otherwise we are using it as minus, right? So now we will be doing some 2 or 3 examples on this, which will make you this concept more clear. So there's an example I'm writing. Rahul bought an Almira for rupees 6250 and spent rupees 375 on repairs. Then he sold it for rupees 6890. Find his gain or loss percent. Yes. So Rahul bought an Almira for rupees 6250 and spent rupees 375 on repairs. So as I told you that these 375 on repairs means that the overhead expenses will gonna be the part of your cost price only. So if I solve this question, cost price is equals to rupees 6250 plus rupees 375, right? This will be 6625, right? This is 6625 and selling price is equals to how much? He sold it for rupees 6890. Now just compare these two values. This is our cost price, this is our selling price. So as I told you that if selling price is greater than cost price, then there will be a profit. So if selling price is greater than cost price, so there will be profit. How can you calculate the profit? By selling price minus cost price, which will be I think equals to 6890 minus 6625, right? Which will be rupees 265. I think so it's almost around 265, right? And now how can you calculate the profit percent? Profit percent is equals to profit upon CP into 100. Why we are multiplying into 100? Because we have to take out our value into percentage. 265 upon, what is the cost price? Now the cost price will be this, not this. I always told you that the cost price is the any buying price plus any overhead charges. So the price will be 6625 into 100. So it will be around, yes, it will come out to be 4%, right? So 4%. So our profit is, this is our profit percent. These were our selling price, cost price, and this is our selling price, right? So let's do one or two more examples. Yes. So we have one more example on this too. So our question is, on selling a table for rupees 987, Ramesh loses 6%. For how much did he purchase it? So we have given that selling price, also called as SP, is rupees 987, right? And we have a loss percent, which is 6%, we have to calculate CP. For how much did he purchase? Purchase means the cost price, right? So as I told you, whenever the two things are given and the third we have to find out, we have to use a formula like SP equals to CP 100 minus loss percent upon 100, right? So SP is 987, CP we have to find it out, let it be CP only, and 100 we are putting minus y because it is a question of loss, and loss percent is 6%. We will just write 6 only because this percentage sign has already become under this denominator upon 100. So I think it will be coming out to be, let's say, 987 into 100. This denominator will go on this side and multiply, and 100 minus 6 is 94, and 94 will come down over here and it will be gonna CP. So I think it will be comes out to be 1050. That's our CP. So this is our called as cost price. So the final answer is that the Ramesh purchased the table at the cost price of rupees 1050. So the 1050 was the cost price and the selling price was 987. That's why he's getting a loss of 6%, right? Let's do one more example on it. So, in the next example, on selling a bat for rupees 371, a man gains 6%. For how much he sell it to gain 8%. So now this question will be divided into two parts. There are like two cases. In the first case, they are saying on selling a bat for rupees 371, means the selling price is given to you 371, a man gains 6%. So let us say selling price is rupees 371 and gain percent is 6%, right? Now you have two things. You can calculate the selling price by using the formula, right? And when you got the cost price, then you can put that cost price in the second case where the gain percent is given, then you will given a selling price. Then you got a selling price. So when we're gonna solve this thing, SP equals to CP 100 plus profit percent. Why we are using this formula? Because it is a case of gain. So I'm writing that profit also, you can write profit or you can write gain also, right? So SP is rupees 371, selling price we have to find it out, 100 plus 6 upon 100, and I think it should be 371 into CP 106 upon 100, which will be, I think, equals to 371 into 100 divided by 106 will be your cost price. So it will be rupees, I'm writing over above, rupees 350. Now putting this cost price into again a formula, this. Now you put this cost price of rupees 350 and the gain percent of 8%, you can take out the selling price. Right? So our cost price, now in second case, our cost price is rupees 350 and our gain percent is, I think it's 8%. Yes, it's 8%. So selling price is equals to cost price, or you can say as CP also, selling price equals to cost price, 100 plus gain percent upon 100, right? So selling price is equals to 350 into 100 plus 8 upon 100, which will be equals to, I think, 350 into 108 upon 100. So this will come out to be around rupees 378, right? So this is how we used to solve the question. The basic thing is that we are using those formulas only to solve our question, right? So any queries or any problem till here? Anyone? Okay, so now you can revise the questions and try to solve the other questions also. You can practice these questions, and if there is any query, I will take in the next class. And we will be starting with our new topic in the next class, that is factorization, right? Okay, thank you so much.